For any of you that are watching and continue to watch our live stream for the latest information on this developing situation happening in California, you're looking at the damage done by a tire that came off of a United Airlines flight that was taking off from San Francisco International Airport and heading to LAX. The plane took off shortly before noon, and that's when the tire came off the plane. That tire, and this is going to be video that you're going to see of the plane taking off. This is the exact plane that was impacted. We're going to show you this once again. You'll get a better image here. Highlighted is the tire coming off. The plane takes off at some point very early on. The crew realizes what happens and they decide to divert that plane rather than heading to Osaka. We see about an hour and a half later, the plane heads south and they decided to make the emergency landing at LAX airport in Los Angeles, where we see this plane touch down, land safely on the runway, which you'll see, without one tire. And again, we are told by experts that these planes are equipped enough, they're fine to land without a piece of equipment like a tire, because there are multiple on each side. And you can see the plane here landed safely. No one injured, 235 passengers on board who will soon be put on a different plane to continue their trip to Osaka, Japan. We have sound from air traffic control, the call that's coming in that I want to play you. This is just new into our newsroom. So let's go ahead and listen into that now of what was said during these tense moments on that United Airlines flight. Okay, it looks like we're having some issues with the audio levels on that. We're going to try to get that for you. Here we go.
Yeah, we're talking with company, and they're trying to determine if the issue, if it was indeed our tire. We don't have any indications here on board that it was, but for
United 35 NorCal just called, so the tower called them that they think it might have been you, they're not sure, but you might have lost a wheel on takeoff.
Okay, United 35, thanks. And Oakland, United 35.
Good.
Yeah, we're talking with company, and they're trying to determine if the issue, if it was indeed our tire. We don't have any indications here on board that it was, but for right now, we're going to continue.
35, thanks. NorCal just called. They said someone on the ground reported they think they saw something come off the aircraft. They weren't 100% sure if it was a tire or something else. United 35, NorCal just called. Said the tower called.
All right, so you just heard some of the air traffic control call that we heard shortly after takeoff. And this is just some of what they said. If you couldn't hear it very clearly, sometimes it's difficult to hear that. They say United 35, NorCal just called, said the tower called them, that they think that it might have been you, they're not sure, but you might have lost a wheel on takeoff. We hear them say, thank you, and this is the wheel that we're looking at that did come off. We're talking with the company, and they're trying to determine if the issue, if it was indeed our tire. We don't have any indications here on board that it was, but for right now, we're going to continue. And then we hear them say, NorCal just called and said someone on the ground reported that they think they saw something come off the aircraft. They weren't sure if it was a tire or something else.